Okay, take number 3. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Spider. In this video, we are going to be breaking down week number 8 of the WPF, going up against ShadowSnitch and the Charlotte Chandelures. Now, last week we did suffer a loss that I don't really feel like I should have lost, but it is what it is. Hopefully we get a Wi-Fi battle this week. That would be ideal. The last two I've been on Showdown, so it is what it is. My ape. Jesus. See, this is why I keep doing takes because I keep messing up my words. I'm talking too fast. My opponent has a team of Latios, Hisuian Samurott, Heatran, Galarian Zapdos, Hisuian Zoroark, Galarian Weezing, Jolteon, Donphan, and Superior. A lot of Hisuian and Galarians in there. Very interesting. And his Terra Captain is going to be Jolteon, Terra Electric, Fairy, and Ice. Now, the way his team's set up, he's only got 9 Pokemon, and the only one that qualifies for a Terra Captain is Jolteon. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, no, other Pokemon qualify, like Donphan and Galarian Weezing do qualify to be Terra Captains. Oh, it's raining in the game. It's kind of raining at my area too. That was random. But anyway, the way his team's set up, I think in this league it's 15 points total towards your Terra Captain. So I have 3 Terra Captains because all of mine are lower tiers. But he can only have 1 the way his team's set up because his lowest Pokemon is Jolteon at 8. Everything else is higher, so he just doesn't have the team to have several Terra Captains. That being said, Jolteon is a great Terra Captain. You know, being able to Terra Electric, Fairy, or Ice, most likely Ice in most cases, makes a lot of sense. You can hit the ground, Ice, and Dragon types, ground, Grass, and Dragon types that resist your Electric type moves. Donphan is annoying as a spinner. I do expect Superior to come in this matchup because it's great against Tinglu, it's great against Quaquaval, which he really needs a Quaquaval switch in. Or not switch in, but something to pressure it. And then my Pokemon that resists the Leaf Storm are Thundurus, which isn't that bulky. Iron Crown, which isn't that bulky, but it's decently bulky, but it's not like a Registeel or something. Dragalge, which is bulky, but he can Dragon Pulse that. And Virizion, which I haven't brought yet. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Superior. I've only had 1 mock with this team because I was so focused on my ASL matchup that I just did all the mocks for that one. And then all of a sudden it's Friday. I have my battle tonight. So I've had 1 mock. I'll try to get a few more in before the battle, but we will just have to see. So yeah, other than that, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I think the matchup is pretty even. So yeah, we're gonna have one fun set. As you can see on my team, I am not bringing my Spectrier. And yeah, this is the fun set of the week. Actually, we have 2. We do have 2. So we got Justifiable here with the weakness policy. We are 248 HP EVs, 112 defense and 112 special defense, 32 speed with the timid nature, and 4 in special attack. We are agility, stored power, tachyon, cutter, and focus blast. I looked at my opponent's team and I realized there's a lot of things that can hit me super effectively. Latios can Shadow Ball, obviously Samurott and Heatran can do their thing. Zoroark can. Even Galarian Weezing can run Flamethrower. I doubt it does, but it may. Donphan can Earthquake. So even Jolteon can Shadow Ball. So there are several Pokemon that can do that. My investment here is pretty much to take. Hold on, I got my notes up here. My investment is basically to live a Ceaseless Edge from a Jolly Life Orb Hammerot, and a Timid Spec Shadow Ball from a Zoroark. So, and then the speed, I'm assuming is, I don't have the notes for the speed. It's 264. What is that outspeed here? Hold on. I think it's at +2. I can outspeed a Latios. I think that's what it is. A Scarf Latios, that is. So that is definitely exciting. Exciting stuff. I'm excited to use this because, like I said, I don't know if he brings Samurott, but I know that he brings either Heatran, Zoroark, or Latios. He has to bring one of those 4. And all of those 4 have a good chance of trying to hit this thing super effectively. It's got natural bulk. I have Focus Blast to hit Heatran and Samurott. I'm not entirely convinced he runs Sucker Punch on Samurott. So honestly, I think this is a great set. If I get certain things whittled, I can sweep late game if everything works out. So that is the Iron Crown. Next up, we got Samba. This is a really important Pokemon as well. We are Protective Pads this week. We have 112 speed, max attack, and 144 HP. Adamant nature. We are just hitting that 234, which is crucial. That will give me the 351 once I'm at +1, which will outspeed a max speed Latios. And we just have Rapid Spin, Flip Turn, Aqua Step, Triple Axle. I tried to see what I could do about the Galarian Wheezing. There really isn't much. Now we are protective pads because obviously Heatran can run Flame Body. I wouldn't be surprised to see that because Flash Fire doesn't make a ton of sense because Arcanine can just head smash the Heatran anyway. So, that's that. And I do expect Rocky Helmet on the Wheezing as well. I think it makes sense just to be able to damage certain things, like that Quaquaval, like the Arcanine, potentially Regigigas, potentially like a, physical Thundurus, even a Virizion. Rocky Helmet makes a lot of sense, especially because he can just Pain Split the health back anyway. It's got a low HP stat, so Pain Split's really good on Wheezing. So Protective Pads kind of relieves me of taking that damage. And it's so free to just Aqua Step into a Flip Turn. I get big damage, not big damage, but I get good damage off. Let me close this real quick. There we go. Now it's not going to move. So yeah, I don't really need close combat. I feel like obviously Hammerot does resist everything here outside of Rapid Spin. But I feel like Samurott is not really going to want to deal with this thing. I don't think it gets any Psychic type moves. And even if it does, I've never seen Samurott run a Psychic type move. It may as well do it, but in that case, it doesn't really matter. So, because we don't even outspeed a max speed Samurott anyway, we're not going to try to speed tie that thing. I don't really see the point. So I debated running Rocky Helmet on this just to punish the Ceaseless Edge, but that's fine. We do have Rapid Spin obviously to try to get rid of the spikes. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if he does not bring Samurott. I think that's one Pokemon that he might leave on the bench this week, but. It is what it is. We're going to definitely try to sweep with this thing if put in the right position. I just closed out the wrong thing. Next up, we have Mythic, which is the Arcanine. There it is. We are 263 speed, which I believe is... Okay, it's 264 on Justifiable, so it's the same thing. We're just going to try to outspeed a max speed Latios, Scarfed Latios, once we get up to +2 with the Agility. We are Flare Blitz, Head Smash, and Extreme Speed. I just think this is a really reliable set. I mean, Arcanine has kind of been that standout Pokemon this season, because it just hits really hard, and I don't think people really prepare for it as much as they probably should. Now, obviously, Donphan is there. That's why we do have the Air Balloon. It's also nice to avoid any potential Earth powers from Heatran. I believe... Does Latios get... Latios might get Earthquake, but I doubt it will run that. It's really just here to be able to Agility up on the Donphan and the Heatran. If Donphan's chipped, we can just Agility. There's really nothing else it could hit us with, and then we can just Flare Blitz the next turn. Obviously, it has to be weakened by that point because Donphan's very physically bulky, but that's the plan. And Flare Blitz plus Head Smash destroys his team. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. If we get Wheezing whittled, then with this Pokemon... Also, I can't get burned by Wheezing, so Wheezing can't really do anything to me directly. Maybe it can... I guess it gets Toxic. It could Toxic, which would make sense for him to bring that. I think Wheezing's a lock. I think it has to come. Because once I get an Agility up, I mean, I'm slapping ass with this Pokemon, so I'm just going to be honest. That's the hope. That's the hope that Arcanine can get a lot of kills here. So next up is the Thundurus, another kind of interesting set here. We are Rocky Helmet, and we have 248 HP, 96 defense, 12 special attack, 152 speed. We will, with this speed stat, we will outspeed every Hisuian, Samurott, Bar, Scarf. And with this defense stat, we can actually, hold on, max HP 96 defense with the Bold Nature. It allows us to take 2 Jolly Choice Banded Brave Birds from Zapdos. Whether it be Brave Bird or Close Combat, they do the same amount. I do resist the dual stab, so that's why this Pokemon's here. If he is Jolly Banded, we can take 2. If he does more than 50% to us, and it's not a crit, I know it's Adamant Banded, which is really good news for us. I don't know about great news, but we just know. We know what we're dealing with, right? Prankster T-Waves are really good against this team. Hisuian Samurott is immune to it because it's a dark type, but like I said, I outspeed that thing. I OHKO it with T-Bolt even with only 12 EVs in special attack. Donphan can switch in, that's why we have the Grass Knot. I'm almost always slower than a Superior, and we can just get a slow U-turn off on that since it can't really do much. It can't glare us because we're an electric type. Leaf Storm's resisted, we are bulky. So I really think this is going to be a great Pokemon here. I'm really hoping that it puts in a lot of work. I think Galarian Zapdos is really good against my team, and I think it makes a lot of sense for him to bring it. And even Regigigas didn't really appreciate those Brave Birds. as much as Thunderous did, because it just naturally resists them, right? So, yeah, and I think the Prankster Thunderwave against like a Latios or a Heatran or a Zoroark is going to be really nice. So, and again, we're slower than Jolteon. If Jolteon wants to come in and try to calm mind, we see that, we U-turn out, we get into something else. So that is the, close out the wrong thing again. That is the Thundurus set. Next up is Ting-Lu. We have max HP, 48 attack EVs with the Adamant Nature. We are 156 special defense and 56 speed. That speed will allow us to outspeed a base 50. I kind of recognize that. We're also leftovers because leftovers is great. So we do outspeed Donphan with this, most likely, unless he runs a lot of speed, which I'm not entirely predicting. We are Stealth Rocks over Spikes. I just feel like getting the 12% off on the Zapdos and the Latios in particular are going to be really nice, and the Weezing, because Weezing probably always runs Levitate here, just so it can dodge the potential Earthquake from this Pokemon. So just those 3 Pokemon, getting damage on those are going to be really nice, which is why I have that over Spikes. I also don't anticipate that I'll be able to set up several Spikes against this team. I just think it puts on a lot of offensive pressure. Ruination's really nice to cut things in half, like the Zapdos, like the Latios, like the Weezing, things that, and even the Serperior on a switch-in, things that take the Earthquake pretty well, or don't take it at all, because they're immune to it. This team is not Earthquake weak at all, so that's great for my opponent, but, obviously that's why the Ruination's there. And then Whirlwind just to face things, try to get chip on things. Pretty basic Ting-Lu set, although, again, this is why I write notes down now, so I know what the investment is for. The speed is for Donphan. The attack is the two-hit KO, a no-bulk Hisuian Samurott. So if that thing wants to switch in on me, I Earthquake it, and if I'm really in trouble, I can Earthquake it again. I probably live any one hit from it if I'm at a decent amount of HP, and then I can Earthquake it again. That's what the attack investment is for. I felt like that was pretty important in case Hisuian Samurott gets out of hand, which I don't expect it to, but either way, that's pretty nice. Any attack investment on Ting-Lu is really good because it's got a sneaky good attack stat at base 110. So, last but not least, we have another fun set, Virizion. We are Terra Psychic, and we're finally bringing it. I haven't been able to bring Virizion. I just haven't really seen the use for it. I probably should bring Spectrier instead, but I'm not. I'm bringing Virizion, so you're going to have to deal with it. We're at Expert Belt because I believe my opponent's team gets hit pretty hard by these 3 moves. Obviously, Trailblaze is a weak move, but any damage counts, any damage helps. Against Donphan, we can hit that thing decently hard with the Trailblaze with the Expert Belt boost. Zen Headbutt hits Galarian Weezing and Zapdos super effectively. Close Combat's going to hit Hisuian Samurott and Heatran super effectively. So when you factor all of that in, we're doing pretty well with this. We also resist Hammerott's dual stab. Again, I don't really think he's going to bring that Pokemon, but if he does, I don't really mind. If I come in on a Ceaseless Edge, get the +1 boost, and then Trailblaze, get the +1 speed, and then I Terra Psychic. So we are, obviously this is a pretty basic EV spread. We just have enough speed to outspeed his Galarian Zapdos, so that if he is Jolly Scarfed, we can outspeed that after we have a Trailblaze up, which is great because then we can OHKO it with Zen Headbutt, barring we hit. Terra Psychic, I think, just makes sense because I can take hits from Latios. So if that thing's weakened and he goes for like a Luster Purge or something, or a Psyshock, and we Trailblaze that turn, we go for Zen Headbutt the next turn, we're in a great spot. Obviously, we are a little bit susceptible to the Flame Body from Heatran, but Heatran's not really going to want to switch into us. I think the main thing that's going to maybe try to stop this thing is like a Scarfed Zoroark, because that will still outspeed us if it's Scarfed and we have 1 Trailblaze up. It should still outspeed us as long as it's not Modest. If it is Modest, we outspeed it. So we are definitely going to, I think the Zoroark's the one wild card of this matchup. We're definitely going to have to keep our brain turned on and notice things. If Donphan comes in and it takes 12% from rocks, we know it's Zoroark. If a Shadow Ball from a Jolteon does a lot more than we were expecting, then it could be a Zoroark. As long as, if we know it's not Specs at least, then yeah. So certain things like that we're just going to have to keep in mind. But besides that, yeah, I'm pretty confident about this one. I don't want to say I'm too confident, but I'm bringing Virizion, I'm bringing this weird Iron Crown. I'm hoping we have fun. So that's going to be the team. I'm going to cut the video right here, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright guys, here we are in the battle going up against ShadowSnitch. Good luck to my opponent. Let's see what he brings. He brings the Gyarados, Hisuian Samurai. Okay, so there's a lot of offense on this team. He did not bring the Weezing, which is crazy to me. Okay, no Weezing, and no Latios, and no Donphan. Okay, so this is interesting. He may lead Hammerot. Would not be surprised. If he does that, do I lead Weakness Policy? Well, he may also just lead Jolteon. Let's tell you what. Let's keep Mr. Weakness Policy in the back for now. He could lead a few things. I could just lead EQ. It's a decent lead, right? Yeah, that kind of forces a few things. It forces, yeah, a few things. So let's see what he leads with. Good luck, have fun, of course, and let's get right into it. So let's see here. I got this. I'm gonna move all of this over here, and we'll see what's we got going here. I'm hoping that my opponent over prepped for Spectre. Of course, that could be, you know, anything, but we'll just have to see. Superior kind of scares me a little bit. I know how powerful that thing can be. Because I do have it in the ASL. It's not a Terra Captain, so that helps, but yeah, we'll see what it does. It could also lead if it's like a screens type thing. He leads Samurott, okay. And it's shiny. I love shiny Samurott. Shiny Hammerot, at least. So here's a lead type thing. Like I said, I am EV'd to deal with this. He could go straight away for the attack, the Ceaseless Edge, which would be fine with me. I do have a potential spinner here. In fact, I could go straight into the spinner. Let me look up, because I kind of forget. Does Samurott get any like moves to hit it? It does get Air Slash and Aerial Ace. I wouldn't be surprised to see Aerial Ace. Not like right here, but potentially. He could also be Hisuian Pokemon. I tell you what, I think I just want to get up my rocks. He doesn't have removal, so I'm just going to go for rocks here. He does Razor Shell off the bat. Okay, so 513 out of 199. It's a defense drop too, so I'm definitely switching. Out of 513. 61%. That's a hefty chunk to me, brother. It's either max roll or he's adamant. With no item, so he could still be sashed. I tell you what, I'll go into Quaquaval here, I think. Or I go Verzion, I'm not too sure. Do I go, let's see here. Razor Shell still does a lot to me. If I go Quack, what does he really bring in? He does not have the best switch-ins. Close combat does a chunk to like everything. Unfortunately, I don't have close combat on Quack, so that is something to keep in mind. I could go Equity here, but again, Aerial Ace is definitely possible. What do I want to do? He might go Ceaseless Edge here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ceaseless Edge. And if he does that, Verzion is a great switch-in. A fantastic switch-in. Let's go right into Verzion and hope that he Ceaseless Edges here. We'll see Equity here. It would make sense for him to do that, just to get the layer up. Because I probably don't stay in, especially being at -2. He does Ceaseless Edge, and he misses! No! Bro, that would have been so perfect for us, dude. Come on. God damn it. Okay. Fuck. But, I mean, again, what does he switch in? I'm going to Trailblaze anyway. God damn it. I mean, it helps that he doesn't get a spike up. But, like, come on, bro. +1 attack. That was exactly what we wanted. Oh, yeah. So he does switch. I don't think he goes Heatran, which is why I Trailblaze, because okay, Zapdos comes in. This is ideal, if I've ever seen it. If I have ever seen an ideal situation. Now, I could switch. I don't know if he's baiting me here. He could do the old bait and switch, go into Heatran here to see what Viterra. Is it awful to go Thundurus in that sitch? No. I mean, yeah, kinda. Doesn't really help me if I go Thundurus there. Tell you what, I'm just going to Terra and Zen Headbutt. Getting rid of this would be huge. But also, I kind of still want to be resistant to the Ceaseless Edge. I tell you what, I think I'm going to switch. Just because I feel like it might be baiting. He might be baiting something here. So, I'm going to... I think... I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna stay in. I'm gonna stay in Terra. Okay. He stayed in here. We should knock this thing out. I think that was the right play. I think I was kind of, again, sometimes I just overthink things. As long as we hit this, we're gonna be good. We will always outspeed it. Yeah, so... Let's see Verzion go down here. I mean, Zapdos go down. Not I meant like Verzion do something. So, we're gonna take out the Zapdos here. Terra Psychic going crazy. Got my Ice Water on deck. That is 1 kill for Virizion. Okay, this is not Heatran. This is going to be Zoroark for sure. The question is, do I really give a shit? This is going to be most likely Scarfed. Let's say, well, Modest Scarfed would not actually outspeed it. Except Virizion does nothing to this. Well, it does a decent chunk, but it doesn't knock him out. I could Trailblaze into Zen Headbutt, which would knock him out. The issue is a modest Specs Shadow Ball knocks us out. Timid most likely does not. That's not really my concern, though. If I go Ting Lu, I think I'm fine. I just really don't think this is Heatran. I mean, yeah, it's 100% not Heatran, bro. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. I don't know if the order... I don't know if I can tell with the order. I don't think so, because... I feel like I would have known that by now. Shadow Ball. It's kind of tricky. I'm going to go Ting Lu. We can calc the damage. I think it's choiced. It's either Specs or Scarf, in my opinion. So, let's see here. 231 down to... There's a Shadow Ball. He's going to do his little dance. 150. Out of no Spidef drop as well. It's 15.7% to my Ting Lu. So he's looking to be Timid Specs there. I think that's what that is. Can he be Modest Scarf? No, he can't. He's Timid Specs. That's good to know. Which is great, actually, because I might have died to that hit. So he's going to switch. The question is into what? Probably Superior. I would like to Whirlwind here, just to get chip on something. I'm really not entirely sure. I think it works out, because I think he goes Serp. If he goes Superior here, we're great. We're in a great spot, because as long as I don't Whirlwind into Hammerot. Okay, so either Hammerot or Superior comes in. And Tenant is kind of good for both of those, actually. So I'm thinking I double into Tenant and then just U-turn. We'll do that. We'll do that, because I don't want to Whirlwind. Yeah, so are we going to see Superior or are we going to see Samurott? We do see Superior. So this is ideal, because now I can just get a slow U-turn off. If he wants to stay in, set up a screen or set up a leech seed or whatever, I can U-turn. If he switches, I also get, you know, U-turn off. So I could also Prankster T-Wave. That kind of covers for the... Okay, so his leftovers. That kind of covers a few things. So if he Leaf Storms here, kind of in a rough spot, actually. But I think I go Justifiable, and I think I'm fine. Thundurus is still... I mean, I'm Bold Nature, but Thundurus is still doing a hefty chunk with this year. Okay, it's really not. But Iron Crown really deals with this. It could Glare, but it doesn't. He just doesn't do that much damage to me. So I could go straight for the T-Wave here, because he's not going to Samurott. He could also go Jolteon though, so I'm going to U-turn. He could just go straight Jolteon. He Leech Seeds. He misses. That doesn't matter though, because I'm U-turning. It doesn't matter at all. So this is good. We're going to see... Okay, it does about how much I expected it to. I don't think he has any HP investment with that. Yeah, he definitely doesn't. So here Okay, so he's gonna glare. Whatever I bring in here, he's gonna glare, I think. I saw a lead sheet, so I'm definitely gonna expect a glare. I think I go Ting Lu just to get some leftovers back, and then go hard into Thundurus again. I think that's my play. He could Leaf Storm. I don't want him to Leaf Storm on the Thundurus. I want him to glare so I can get Thundurus in for free. Of course, he could lead sheet anything. He can't. No, he can lead sheet Virizion. He's not gonna lead sheet Mythic though, because I'll just kill it. So I don't want to show the air balloon yet. What is he? Okay, I'll go Arcanine anyway. I don't really care. I don't really care. I'll go Arcanine. I don't think he stays in. He sees the air balloon there. Of course he could. He could just stay in and glare, but I don't think he does that. Then again, he doesn't really have a switch in, does he? I think Arcanine's definitely looking delicious right about now. If we get an agility up, we're looking great. So let's go back into Thundurus. It's just a great pivot here. If he stays in, okay, he stayed in, so we're probably gonna see a glare here, if I had to guess. See a Leaf Storm. So I'm gonna Prankster T-Wave. I don't want this thing to get out of hand. Oh boy, wow, that's surprising. Why didn't I couldn't just agility and gone crazy against this team. Okay. We're gonna get this all though. Okay, we connect, which is great. He probably just Leaf Storms again. Now I don't really need Thundurus because Gyapdos is already gone, right? So he does sub, okay. So there's the substitute. So we see Leaf Storm, Leech Seed, substitute, and I would guess Glare. He might be Leech Seed though. But we'll just have to see. I don't think I knock this out with a... do I break it with a Thunderbolt? Probably not. So let's just U-turn here again. And the issue with this is that, you know, it's obviously getting kind of strong here. Obviously can't go Quaquaval. I'd love to predict the lead sheet, but I just don't think that's the play. Now can this thing take a Timid Spec Shadow Ball? I can. I'm EV to take a Timid Spec Shadow Ball. So I'm talking about the Iron Crown. So I think it's still my least valuable on the team, I think, at this point. Does Ting Lu do me any good here? And it's nice for Heatran, I guess, if I get another round of leftovers. It's also nice for the Zoroark. I think I'm going to go Justifiable here. Because at least I can try to maybe force it out. Maybe his last move's Dragon Pulse? I'm not sure. Okay. He's going to do a good chunk too. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think that knocks me out with one more. Of course, I could be wrong, but yeah. So I'm at, what am I at? 238 out of 383. There's a lot of 3s and 8s in there. 62%. He's not offensive. Magma Storm might not take it. Probably will. Lava Plume never will. So I think I just Tachyon Cutter here just to do damage. Just for damage. That's what I'm gonna do. I've been dancing around the Superior long enough. And if he glares, he glares. It is what it is. He's gonna switch. I would expect to see a Heatran here. Samurott, okay. Yeah, that's a good play as well. Gonna take rocks. Now I don't outspeed this thing in all likelihood. I know that did very little. You might think it has bulk investment, but I don't have any offensive investment myself. Oh, hold up. He really took that pretty damn well. Is he Assault Vest? He might be Assault Vest. Okay, okay. I could switch right here. Go into Samba, try to Rapid Spin. It's probably not my most astute play though. I think I just stay in here and Focus Blast and we try to hit this thing. We don't even outspeed max speed Adamant. We should have really prepped for that. Damn. Should have prepped for that. But the damage is really low. I'm thinking it might be Assault Vest with some HP. I'm going to Focus Blast and hope he doesn't have a lot of speed. We get it right and we hit it. Does this knock him out? I would assume. Wow, that did 0 damage. Holy shit. This thing's so weak. Okay. I'm not saluting you, Iron Crown. Salutes are only for the Pokemon that do well. Okay, now I kind of feel like an asshole. Oh boy. Okay, we chipped this, which is great. It's great for Quaquaval. I think I'll go straight Quaquaval here. And I just Aqua Step. I could Rapid Spin. But Aqua Step does a little more in Rapid Spin, and it protects against the Zoroark switching. Potential Zoroark switching. I could go Equity. It's only kind of, it's just risky because that fucking Sucker Punch could come out, right? And Virizion, Terra Psychic. The Sucker Punch might knock us out. Yeah, it could. It could, with the spike up for sure. So I think I go Samba here. I think I go Samba. I think I can, yeah, I can definitely live any one hit from this. Quaquaval. Let's see. That Sharpness boosted Aerial Ace does a shit ton though. Does 77 max, that's crazy. I will just Aqua Step here. He may switch, not trying to not give me the Moxie boost. I don't really care though. If he goes Heatran, trying to get a burn, I am Protective Pads. So we're gonna see. I hope I knock this thing out. At max HP, I do 25% max, but he might not be max HP. Okay, we do knock him out. So we're at a +1 speed, +1 attack. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it had to be Assault Vest with that damage, that Focus Blast damage, bro. It had to be Assault Vest. Yeah, there's no way. But it wasn't max HP. I would assume it's like 200 maybe, and a little bit into speed. Or something like that. Something like that. Because it did like a little over half. Like a little over 50%, I mean. So, we're looking pretty good right now. Now, a potential Scarf Jolteon could come in. Okay, he goes Heatran. I'm pretty sure this is the Zoroark. And you are not Scarfed. You can't be. By the damage you did to Ting-Lu, as long as I was calcing that correctly, you cannot be Choice Scarfed. And even if you are, I don't think you knock me out. So, oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong Pokemon here. Okay, so at +1, do I kill you with an Aqua Step. So I'm gonna Aqua Step here. Yeah. And this should go down. I think it's Zoroark, but it should go down regardless. And Quaquaval looks like it may just snowball here. Because he's got Jolteon, Heatran, and Superior. I mean, at this point, I'm at +2. I don't think I even have to risk the triple axle. Getting up rocks first was huge. Just to chip things. Superior comes in. I don't think you have any bolt. Yeah, I'm just Aqua Stepping. I am simply Aqua Stepping. By the calc from Thunders, I don't think you have any bulk investment. Or if it is, it's very little. So if you have no bulk, a +2 Aqua Step does minimum 48.4%, and you're under half. So I'm just gonna Aqua Step. I'm gonna make this easy on myself. Okay, I was right. All right, so is that 5 kills for Quack? I mean, obviously I'm saying this now. He could have focused. Wait, no, I broke all the stashes with the rocks. Okay, so that should be a GG. Huge bounce back for us. If you watched last week's game, that was on Showdown. It was brutal. It was a game we really should have won, in my opinion. But you know, that sort of thing just happens. He's gonna go ahead and forfeit. So, GG's. I guess we're just gonna give the last 2 kills to Quack, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this win should probably cement us in playoffs. We'll be 5-3 with a pretty good differential, I think. After this one, because we only lost Crown, right? Yeah, I think we only lost Crown. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned because there's a lot of content coming your way on this channel for sure. Thanks for watching again. I just said that. I'm really tired. It's pretty late, so actually no, it's not. I think I just forgot to have a coffee today. Okay, thanks for... All right, I'm getting out of here now. I'll see you guys in the next one.